Welcome back, guys, to the Test Championship semi-final between New Zealand and Pakistan. New Zealand had a brilliant day one, and they will look to continue it on day two. Pakistan will look to get themselves back in the game with a good performance today. Can they snag an early wicket of the New Zealand openers early, or will New Zealand be able to put on a really quality opening knock and start chipping away at this 243 run total Pakistan was able to get in the opening innings? Tom Latham and Tom Blundell currently at the crease. Oh, and Tom Latham's just found the boundary again. So they've started pretty well here, New Zealand. 43 without loss. Latham looking the goods. Early days. Gets this one away as well. So that'll bring up the opening 50-run stand. The opening pair here for New Zealand is a great start from their point of view. Absolutely love it. And so far it has been all New Zealand in this test match, and what a shot that is from Tom Blundell. They left the mid-on gap open and he was happy to take it on, find the boundary. So Tommy Latham's brought up his half century. Blundell on the way there, 39 from 62 at the moment. These two have just been batting super well in the opening session. That'll bring up the 100-run partnership with that boundary. And we've seen in this tournament, New Zealand's batting be its weakness. Now they've put on 100 runs for the opening stand. They're coming good at the right time of the tournament. Blundell again away to the boundary. Picks up a 50 of his own. 7 fours throughout from 74 deliveries. And New Zealand continuing to put their ascendancy with runs on the board. Where's this first wicket coming from? From a Pakistan point of view, 122 already. The opening run stand, they're already halfway towards the Pakistan first innings total. Could this be a run out here? Plenty of people in the crowd excited. Third umpire is going to go upstairs, and the game has crashed, ladies and gentlemen. But we can see here, if you look at the bottom right, it looks as though, I think it was Latham would have actually got in, or it was actually Blundell, sorry, would have got in. So, would have remained not out if New Zealand would have actually reviewed. So we had to restart the game there because it did actually crash. Because of that run out, it just sort of got frozen in that state for a good period of time. I think it was about 4 or 5 minutes before I realised, and I was like, oh, I should probably restart this anyway. Partnership continuing to blossom. 140 now on the board for these two. Blundell on to 66, Latham on 74. And they'll take a bit of a break here to end the morning session with pure ascendancy. I reckon Latham has just put the bottle into his nose. Anyway, 141 without loss at the end of the opening session. Pakistan desperate for a wicket. Desperately need one. Can Yasir Shah be the man to provide the breakthrough? Not on this occasion. New Zealand and Tom Blundell fighting the boundary. Leading edge. 4 runs. Up to 149. This pairing. And again, finding the cover gap and the boundary. 150 partnership up for New Zealand. Absolutely huge opening run stand. I believe it is the biggest opening wicket stand we have seen in this tournament so far. And it's come at no better time for the Kiwis. 157 currently, that partnership's worth. Oh, big shout. The umpire says no. Seen balls keep relatively low off this pitch at times. We saw some carry not quite going through. So Pakistan, they're a bit desperate at the moment. They're going to send this upstairs with a review. Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets, umpire's call. So this decision will remain not out. A little bit of luck from a New Zealand point of view, but you could probably argue that it was a good decision from the umpire's point of view. Or you could argue it was a bad decision, because I guess it's either hitting the wickets or it's not. And this time, it is hitting the wickets. So Pakistan get their first breakthrough. A really good delivery from Mohammad Abbas. Around the wicket, shaping it around the bat of Tom Latham. He departs for 88. Disappointing not to get his ton. And the opening wicket falls for New Zealand after 165 runs on the board. Meanwhile, Tom Blundell, no issues finding the boundary there. All there as well. Another 4. Oh, and again, this time over the onside. Blundell moves to 89. Oh, whips lovely, lovely, lovely. Through mid-wicket, Blundell to 95. Williamson's just enjoying the show, and now he's edged one to the boundary. So a bit of a shaky start for Kane Williamson. 7 from 19, just found the boundary there. Inside edged. Keeper maybe not quite quick enough to react. As Williamson again finds this down the ground. Has had a bit of a poor tournament by his standards, his lofty standards, Kane Williamson. As this one's whipped away. Finds another boundary. It's by Tom Blundell. Moves to 99 here, Tommy B. Can Blundell get to the 100? Oh, that's a bad delivery. Super far outside leg side. Blundell gets it away for a single. Brings up his 100 from 156 balls. What a knock this has been. 15 boundaries. 3.5 hours at the crease. And a dominant performance with the bat. And New Zealand are just 28 runs behind Pakistan now. Only 1 wicket down. Oh, big shout. Yes. Yasir Shah gets the wicket of Kane Williamson. Although we might see this sent upstairs for a review. No, he is going to walk from the pitch, Kane Williamson. Yasir Shah gets the wicket. Williamson out for 21. And New Zealand's leading run scorer for the TTC, Ross Taylor, now coming to the tournament. Or coming into this game. He's going to hopefully build a good partnership here. New Zealand at the end of 57 overs. 222 for 2. And 4 more. So the lead of Pakistan down to single digits now. As we head into the end of the second session. Although New Zealand, they actually might have taken the lead. If we look at this next thing, they have New Zealand. They've got the lead by 4 runs. Yasir Shah and Mohammad Abbas are 2 wicket takers so far. Tom Blundell's 129 not out. Has moved to 137 not out with a couple of boundaries to start this next session. And New Zealand now can start building a lead. And start building towards possibly a future finals berth. There's the big wicket though. So Pakistan, maybe just a bit of hope getting back into the game here. They get rid of Tom Blundell for 145. 275 for 3. Henry Nicholls and Ross Taylor, the 2 out there for New Zealand. We've got about 25 overs left today. And New Zealand currently with a lead of 40 runs. They'll hope to get that to probably 80 to 100 by stumps tonight. As I think we've got, what have we got? 15 overs left. So we're into the final hour of the evening. Nicholls and Taylor, these two, they should be able to see out the day's play if they bat. As well as we've seen other New Zealanders bat today. That's chopped on though. So Henry Nicholls going to depart. New Zealand going to lose their 4th late in the day. Again, a ball probably didn't need to really play at. And Nicholls out for 10. Abbas gets another one. 293 for 4 for New Zealand. And they're sending out Mitchell Santner next. Bit of an odd decision. I think he's scheduled to come in 7th or 8th maybe. But Santner has been brought to the crease. So possible night watchman here for New Zealand over BJ Watling and Colin de Grandhomme. They've brought in Mitch Santner here. Oh, an edge and through for Ross Taylor. Finds the boundary once more. Edged and gone. So maybe New Zealand went early with their night watchman. Mitchell Santner going to go here off the bowling of Naseem Shah. The protection for Watling departs. As New Zealand lose another one with, I think, 6 overs left today. Santner departs, and now they're sending out Tim Southee. So a second night watchman here for New Zealand coming out with not too much longer left in the day's play, but obviously they do want to protect Watling down there. So Southee, can he see out the day with Ross Taylor? It's going to be a couple more runs. You can really see Taylor's score there, 35 from 111, really just trying to occupy the crease as much as possible. Oh, an edge that doesn't carry. Edge that doesn't carry. And now away from Southee. Looks reasonably comfortable at the crease today. Other than that one outside edge. 9 from 18 now. Tim Southee. And again finds the ball down the wicket for a couple more. So this New Zealand lead up to 95. We've got up to 96. So we've got one ball in the day left. Tim Southee hits it back to Mohammad Abbas. And New Zealand will end the day 339 for 5. Tim Southee moved up the order as the night watchman, as well as Mitchell Santner, who was also moved up the order as the night watchman. And they are 339 for 5. So interesting to see what their batting order will look like tomorrow. They've got a big lead, New Zealand. It's 96 runs worth of a lead. Naseem Shah with 1 wicket, Mohammad Abbas with 3, and Yasir Shah got 1 as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all tomorrow. New Zealand with a 96-run lead.